We're back with Amy Scott, and she really is the human dynamite from Central Otago. I love that description of you. We're talking about Amy's program called Get Dotted, which is an effective communication program that you can instigate in your family, in your workplace, and more importantly in your community, which is the great work that you've been doing down in Central Otago. So we touched on Red Dot, which was people that don't like to talk much, was that right?
Facts and figures. They process information by thinking things through.
Okay.
It will add up. It will make sense. They will not open their mouth until they've thoroughly thought it through.
Okay.
Now contrast our beautiful reds with our beautiful purples. Now our purple dots, they are processing by talking. It is a whole lot of ideas are coming in their head and it's just coming out. They are talking. That's how they're processing. It's a whole lot of waffle. And I can say that because I am a purple dot. But can you imagine already a purple dot and a red dot on their way to a meeting? The purple dot is processing by getting ready. Oh my God, I've been looking forward to this meeting. I wonder who's going to be here. Did you read the agenda? Oh my Lord. The red dot is just going, shut up.
Yeah, I need to think about this.
Oh my Lord. And that's before they've even got to the meeting or there are any issues. So can you see already, just having understanding that you're with, I mean, a purple dot can't sit in a car for any length of time without chatting away to someone. In fact, it's great that there's now hands-free sets in cars. We don't look so mad at lights, chatting away to ourselves. So we've got our purples who talk a lot and they need the what of any communication. And then we've got the reds who need the where they fit, or the facts and the figures, and they don't talk a lot. And then we've got our beautiful yellows who need the when of any communication.
So what's that?
So if I said to a yellow dot, I'm going to meet you for coffee tomorrow at 2 o'clock at McDonald's, and in that moment, that yellow dot will picture tomorrow at 2 o'clock. They will picture McDonald's. They will picture what they're wearing. They'll picture what they're doing before 2 o'clock to make sure they get there by 2 o'clock, and they're picturing what they're doing after 2 o'clock. So they are processing by creating pictures in their mind. Now, if at 10 to 2 I change plans, I've completely, and don't do this because it's not nice, I've completely destroyed the rest of their day.
Right,
because I've smudged their picture.
Oh
so they are the beautiful people who you're never late to appointments for. Others would say they're a bit fussy or perfectionist, but if
pedantic?
But if they set the table that way, that's how they want to set the table. Don't mess with it. They can't help but see typos from 30 kilometres away. They're not perfectionists, they're beautiful people. So time is really important to them.
Okay.
So, and our last dot is our blue dot. Now, our blue dot are people who are very hands-on and they're very strong and intuitive people, and they need to get a feel for what's required. So our purples are processing by talking, our reds by thinking, our yellows are processing by creating pictures in their mind, and our blues are processing by getting a feel for what's required. So if I said to a blue dot, I need you to pick up my car tomorrow at 3 o'clock, you'll find it parked on Tarbert Street. The keys are in my handbag 3 drawers down. Now, the entire time I'm giving that beautiful blue dot that information, she's thinking, why? Why are you asking me to pick up your car? Why can't you pick up your own car? Why? So if I said to the beautiful blue dot, and Joy is a beautiful blue dot, a friend of mine, Joy, I need you to pick up my car tomorrow at 3 o'clock. I can't pick it up because I have a hot date with Richie McCaw. That's a very good why reason.
That's the best why reason I can think of.
It is now. And so I give her the why and then I give her the details and she'll hear that.
Okay.
So it's incredible stuff. And, you know, whether I'm working with corporates or communities or schools, the same stuff keeps coming back through. People just are loving getting that understanding of themselves and others.
So we are all one of those dots?
We're all a mix of them, Megan. Yeah, but we're certainly predominant in one. So I'm, as you can see, very, very purple. I'm talking a lot. You're coping really well. But my next dot is my yellow dot. So as a lawyer, my files and my people who work with me, and certainly my PA can attest to this, were incredibly well organised.
Right.
Like I couldn't, if my supervising partner, Gary, had given me one of his files, and I'm sure he'll forgive me for sharing this, he'd have everything in his files, but it wouldn't be in date order. And it wouldn't be particularly tidily in there.
And that would be awful for you.
I actually had to take his files apart, re-hole punch them in the same place, put them in date order before I can even begin to think about contacting that client.
Right.
I wasn't being particularly fussy, it's just for me, it mattered how things look.
Okay, so when you're bringing this program into different communities and workplaces and families and things, so you're giving us ways that we can deal with each of these people in our lives?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Like if I know that if I'm dealing with a red dot, then I'm very respectful of their time. They're very economical with their time and their money. Yeah. If you're married with a red dot, he's probably still wearing his Levi's from 1950.
Poor thing. So I guess it's an essential tool for workplaces, for managers to know who their employees actually are and how they manage those people.
Absolutely. This is just another tool for the toolbox. And you can't get any more grassroots than communication.
That's right.
Everyone needs to communicate. I mean, I've had the community show in Alexandria. We had a 10-year-old who put his hand up at the end, not surprisingly a purple dot, because only a purple dot would have the audacity to call out from the crowd of 500 people. And he says, "I'm purple." Really? Well, that was no surprise. And then he said, "But I share a bedroom with my yellow dot brother. So how can my mum cope?"
Please.
Now, bless him, 10 years old. He got all of that information and processed it quicker than probably most of the adults did.
Wow, that's amazing, isn't it?
Awesome.
And you were saying in the break as well that Australians are really grasping concepts like that. They love this, don't they?
Yeah, so I've been speaking at conferences in Australia, and they're just amazing. They just pick up the stuff and run with it.
Okay.
Oh, it's cool. So exciting, Megan.
Amy, what's a good website for people to find out more information for you?
www.redgumboot.com.
Okay.
So that's my website, Red Gumboot.
Have a look, because you may need Amy in your workplace or your community or your family. Redgumboot.com is the website that you need. Amy, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
It's been fantastic.